Here with the three-time Drake Relays champion, Charlee Morton from Hampton-Dumont, 46.9 and a quarter after fantastic 149.4 in the Discus. Only the second woman in Drake Relays history to win 3 in a row. It hasn't happened in 18 years. For you to be able, not exactly ideal conditions, be able to sum that up today, especially with you and Delilah were kind of locked together for a while, but as you always have, be able to find that next level when it matters most. How much do you? I know you've won 5 overall in your career, but how much do you cherish that one?
It just means a lot to do it my senior year and get another win in the stadium for Drake Relays, and I got a new PR, which is great. That was my goal coming in, just to get a PR. That's what me and my dad, who's my coach, we always talk about. Just don't focus on what place you got, focus on getting a PR, which really keeps my mind steady and my nerves steady. But you said, with that competition, I really thrive under that. So I'm glad it was that type of a competition. Otherwise, I don't think I would have thrown as far. But yeah.
To that point, obviously, everybody knew that you were coming in as two-time champ in the shot, two-time champ in the discus. But even from the very first one that you won, that I had the blessing, of watching both of those, Charlie. Even back then, it was still about hey, if we can PR, if the flags come with it, that's a bonus. But so I say that because. That performance yesterday, you were exceptional. Delilah was, remarkable, and both of you, I celebrate. Did you walk out of the ring and and leave the stadium yesterday being I threw a lifetime best there too. That's all if that was my best on the day, and if Delilah's best on that day was better than my best on that day, then just much respect. But did you walk away feeling a sense of great achievement, because 149.4 is special?
Yeah, I know. It felt good to get a PR, and I've been struggling in the discus recently, just trying to get things to click, but just knowing in that big moment I did that. But I think for state I have so much more coming. If I get it to click, I think I can hit that 150, 155 and just keep on working from here.
Absolutely. We've been so spoiled by your success because you've done it from such a young age. But I say this because obviously there's such a healthy amount of respect from you and these women. Delilah obviously being one. You can remember, and I can remember because I had the blessing and the honor of speaking with you after what it meant to get the first one. And the fact that she throws. A lifetime best, and one of the best performances, I think top 7 all time, in Iowa history, to get her first one. As a fellow competitor and knowing what it meant to win your first one, how proud were you of her that she elevated like that?
Yeah, it was great that she threw that big of a throw. I think it was PR for her. And it's just great that we have this good competition here because, like I said, I thrive under that competition, and it just makes the meet so much more fun when you can go back and forth. And yeah, she did a great job.
So, did you feel like you and your dad got answers that you needed in the discus yesterday? Did you feel like things were smoother, and you were kind of? I've talked to you before about that metaphorical dance. With did you feel like the movement in the ring and the execution and the arm angle and the release was more fluid yesterday?
Yeah, it was definitely a lot more fluid than what I've thrown previously, in other meets, and the release was really good. So I just need to execute those things at state and stuff, and I think I can add even more. Like I said, keeping my eyes back and using more of my legs. But yeah.
So I want to finish where we started. Danica Haight from Iowa City West, 2005, 6, and 7 was the only other woman to win 3 in a row. I know how blessed you felt and how honored you felt just to win 1. The fact that in the history of this meet, it's you and Danica that are the only 2 to win 3 in a row. Because it's not only about ability, which you have a ton, it's about availability, right? You got to be healthy and you got to be able to show up in the ring 3 times in a row and execute. So when I say that out loud, that you're one of 2 women in the history of this meet to do that, what does that mean in your heart?
It just means a lot. From a young age, I started doing this in 4th grade, and I was determined to just keep on throwing farther and working hard. And even in this off season, I knew there was going to be better competition. And just knowing I did what I could do, like doing everything that I could do to get better, just means a lot. And just being able to represent my school and my community, it just means a lot to me.
Awesome. Charlee Morton, Hampton-Dumont, one of the all-time greats in Iowa history, one of the legends here at the 115th Strike Relays, three-time champion in the shot put. 2 gold medals in the discus and a PR yesterday, 149.4. Well done. Congrats.
Thank you.